How can you be overbooked for Thanksgiving? No, my sister made a reservation. That means that we're booked. Yeah, well, you were all psyched to confirm our table until I told you our name. What? No. Disruptive? Wait, hold on, canceled? You can't cancel us. We're your best customers. My mother just threw a huge party there. Complaints? Look, I don't care what happened last year or the year before that or back when you were serving the freaking pilgrims. This is my son's first Thanksgiving, and we're gonna be happy no matter what. My mother is living in a hotel. Jackson must be going out of his mind. And God forbid Ryan turns his cell phone on so he lets me know when he wants to see our son today. And to top it all off, the Valley Inn has banned our entire family. So, my son's perfect first Thanksgiving is turning out to be a perfect disaster.
I'm sorry. The boy says he's okay doing that Thanksgiving puree thing anywhere. Oh, I'm sorry. And he wants to know if you can bring Miranda and his beautiful mom and anybody else wants to come to the casino.
The casino?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. So we'll gather around the blackjack table surrounded by slot machines. I can feed Spike, you can burp him, and then we can take a little spin on the roulette wheel and put him to bed.
Yeah, we could do that. Or we could have a nice dinner in the dining room. You're the co-owner, you know we have that. So we could put leaves and pumpkins and stuff in there. Hay rides, whatever, anything you want.
I wanted for this Thanksgiving to be special. Last year was such a disaster. I mean, I can still see Greenlee's face, the way she was looking at me when she stood up to make that toast. She told everyone that I was carrying my own baby with Ryan. Everyone just looking at me with sheer horror on their face. My best friend telling me that she hated me for the rest of her life. My whole world fell apart that day.
Well, you put it back together. Now you got a beautiful son. Got a beautiful husband that loves you.
Yes, that's true. God, I was in so much pain that day. I bet little Spike could feel it inside of me. I've never felt so alone in my entire life. But you told me.
Told you I loved you and that I'll always be there for you, and that hasn't changed.
It's taken us so long to get to this place. Us together. Me completely in love with my baby. Peace with Ryan. I have a new brother now. My sister's here. I mean, everything should be good. We should be wiping away the old and giving thanks for the new. But it's like everything's happening all over again. And now Spike's family is one big fighting mess with no dinner reservation.
We don't need a reservation. We can all go to the casino and...
No. You know what? Actually, maybe this is a good thing. Maybe he will learn to associate misery with holidays, and then he'll never be disappointed.
It's not going to be disappointment.
Think about it.
No disappointment. Here you go. Gotta make sure he has a perfect Thanksgiving dinner. Even if I have to use a gun.
Did you hear that?
This is an outrage. I demand to speak to the manager.
I am the manager, Miss Kane.
Well, then I want to speak to the owner. I mean, I would like to speak to the person responsible for this lunacy. Why wasn't I called? Why wasn't I told that this was happening beforehand so I could do something about it?
Mr. Montgomery telephoned the hotel. He said you'd be expecting this delivery.
Oh, really? And did Mr. Montgomery happen to mention that he was also sending over the contents of an 18-wheeler?
Well, look at the bright side. At least now you have a different outfit for every course of the Thanksgiving dinner.
Now, style is very important for a man. All right? Now, what you wear, it says a lot about you. So you got to help me out here, okay? Got a lot of things. Now, I'm glad I have your attention. Do you want this nice black jacket or this white sweater? Which one are you thinking? All right, and how about, you know what, let's let's move on to some of the tops here. We've got crazy tops. You want something with buttons, maybe? Buttons, or you want zippers? How do you feel about that? Pants. Also, we need to discuss pants. And please, honey, don't say plaid. This is a really big day for you, Spiky. The whole family's gonna be together, sharing a wonderful meal. It's gonna be great.
Wow. Huh?
I wouldn't have Thanksgiving dinner with Jack Montgomery if it were my last meal on Earth.
Yeah, but come on, it's not your last meal. Not even your last Thanksgiving, but it is Spike's first.
Well, I'm sure that that's going to be wonderful. But it certainly has nothing to do with my husband and me.
Not according to Kendall. Maybe we should try to get our priorities straight. What do you think?
We? This from the man who left his wife's hospital bedside to go play detective with Dixie Martin. Look, if you haven't noticed before, I'm really busy.
I know you're busy, but I think it's time to put our hostilities behind and present a united front for the boy.
The stores are closed today, pal, so we are gonna have to just use what we got. Okay, look. You smiled at this one. I think it's pretty darn cute. Don't you think it's cute? Wouldn't this look wonderful on you? Look at this. It's all fancy and it's missing a button.
You may be married to my daughter, but don't let that unfortunate fact delude you into thinking that I'm really interested in hearing any advice you have to give on family unity.
I'm just keeping up my end of the bargain, that's all.
What is that supposed to mean? What on earth are you talking about?
We had a deal. I give Kendall the world, and if I screw up, you tell me about it and I listen.
And you being such a respectable, honorable man, that means so much.
Wow. Gonna keep jabbing at me, huh? That's right, doesn't matter. The important thing is to keep my wife happy. And what she wants right now is a perfect Thanksgiving for her son, and I'm gonna give it to her.
Wait, be careful.
Please, mister, just bear with us.
Asinine goal of yours
For a few minutes.
to create a happy holiday out of this? I mean, how in the world do you expect to accomplish that?
Money. I'll make it worthwhile for these guys to accommodate you and your colorful family.
Look, the amount you'd have to shell out to the maitre d' just to give us a breadbasket would bankrupt you.
Whatever. Your daughter wants a Kane Montgomery Thanksgiving dinner. And that means Erica Kane and Jack Montgomery at the same table. Excuse me.
Look, I love Kendall and I love Spike with all my heart. But sometimes we just can't have what we want. And this year, there will be no family gathering.
Okay. You love Kendall and you want to help her. As long as you don't have to lift a finger. Got it.
What do you want?
I thought those two would never leave.
You're spying on me?
What's wrong, Kendall? You seem stressed.
Yeah, and you seem like a deranged freak who can go to hell. Or the police station, your call.
Today is all about gratitude. So where's yours? For the extraordinary favor I'm about to do for you.
I know all about that sick DNA stunt that you pulled with Emma. Putting Tad and Dixie through hell for your own personal enjoyment.
I thought you'd be happy to see Dixie suffer.
No, that's you, David.
Even after the shameless play she made for your husband? Boy, you really are generous with the men you love.
Okay, you're about to see how violent I can be with the men I hate.
First, you lend Zach to Dixie. Now Ryan. Wow, you're just passing them off left and right.
Wait, what are you talking about with Ryan?
Well, you just handed him off to Annie, which is pretty amazing considering the fact that you worked so hard to have a kid with him. I mean, after all that, doesn't it bother you to see how close he and Annie are getting?
You know what bothers me, David? You.
Huh. Annie comes running. Annie needs Ryan. Ryan walks out on you and Spike.
Okay, thank you.
So it does bother you.
Ryan went to go help Annie, okay? She had a problem. I have no problem with that.
Annie's a good-looking woman. Sweet, down to earth, low maintenance. I mean, how could Ryan not fall in love with a woman like that? You know, if I were you, I would nip that thing in the bud as soon as possible.
Okay, listen to me. Ryan is one of my closest friends. He's the father of my child. I'm fine with this. I'm in love with Zach. Our marriage is solid, and I couldn't be happier.
Great, great. So you won't mind if Ryan's priorities change? If all of a sudden you and Spike start sharing him with virtual strangers?
I said everything's fine, so you can leave now, please.
Now that is a relief. And here I thought you were going out of your mind. But you're obviously at peace with the choice that you made. Zach over Ryan at the buzzer. And Ryan ends up with Annie by default. Which actually makes perfect sense.
Okay. Enlighten me, David. What makes perfect sense?
Ryan is the father of Annie's little girl.
Mr. Slater,
Yeah. Is there a problem with my reservation?
when you persuaded me to make room, you did not tell me that they would be involved.
They meaning what? Turkeys, pilgrims?
This is not a
pies?
joke. I simply cannot have it. Last year was the last Thanksgiving that family will
And
ever...
I appreciate you accommodating us the way you always do.
But that family will never...
And so do Benjamin and his friends. Come on.
You're lying, David. Ryan has only one son, mine, and his name is Spike. So whatever you're trying to pull here, there are no takers. You can just move along, please.
I'm speaking the God's honest truth, Kendall.
I don't even want to know what God you pray to.
I will swear on my daughter's grave. Annie McDermott's Emma is Ryan's daughter. This is no lie, Kendall. Spike has a big sister.
At least try a new trick. Don't drag me and Ryan into your sadistic little mind games. We're not involved. Now leave, please. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
No, you're very much involved. Either you or Ryan ordered a test comparing Ryan and Spike's DNA. Remember that? Sometime last summer, July maybe. What happened? Had some doubts as to the little guy's daddy?
How do you know about that test? No one knew about that test
You'd
except
be
me and
very
Ryan.
surprised how much I know, Kendall. Well, just for kicks, I ran Emma's DNA through the hospital database. Now imagine my surprise when I got a hit. It turns out Emma McDermott has Ryan Lavery's name written across every cell in her body. Just one of life's little ironies, don't you think? Ryan Lavery, who never wanted children, now has two little rugrats to deal with.
Okay, we're done here.
I'm sorry, Kendall. I can't make it to Turkey Day this year. I'm spending it with my daughter. Oh, I'd love to make it to Spike's soccer game, but Emma has a recital.
Ryan loves his son.
I'm sure he does. But now he has a child all his own. Not a child he has to share with another dad.
You're sick.
Or maybe just honest. You know, I think it would have been sicker if I didn't say anything.
Well, what did Ryan say when you spewed all this crud? Did he tell you to go to hell? Is that why you're here trying to get to me?
I never said a word to Ryan. I'm going to leave that entirely up to you. One big holiday surprise for Pops Lavery.
Get out. Get out now before I scratch your eyes out. Now!
I'm going.
Not fast enough. Stay away from my wife.
Relax. You're never going to see me again, I promise. Neither will Kendall.
Or Dixie, or any other woman you like to torment.
Well, my good deed is done here for the day. Goodbye, Kendall. Happy Thanksgiving.
What's that all about?
Can you hook this, please? Bianca is going to kill us if we're late to dinner.
You want to talk about Hayward?
Not really. He's just bitter and evil. He's pissed at you and Ryan and everyone. He just wants to stir up as much trouble as possible. Same story, different day. I mean, he was going on and on about Tad and Dixie and you, Ryan, everyone. You name it, he was going there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dressed. Spiky needs to get dressed. So let me just show you. I'm going with this. Okay, and there's no button, so that's a good thing. Don't ask. I'll tell you later. So what do you think? Does this scream baby's first holiday or baby needs a stylist?
I think he's gonna look good.
It's Spike's first Thanksgiving. And ours. And last year doesn't count.
I count it.
Well, Spike has so much to be thankful for. Me, you, his father, and his whole fabulously messed up, dysfunctional family.
It's what the holidays are all about.
Bring on the holiday fun!
I will swear on my daughter's grave, Annie McDermott's Emma is Ryan's daughter. I never said a word to Ryan. I'm going to leave that entirely up to you.
It's nice of Ryan to bring Annie and Emma.
Yeah, it's just super.
I see a 2-foot beauty that's checking you out. Let's go work your magic. Excuse us.
Jack, since you're the host, you sit at the head of the table here. And since I'm the hostess, I'll sit at the other end of the table, way over here. Jeff, would you please sit here on my left? And Josh, would you please sit here on my right? Bianca, honey, please come sit next to Myrtle. And Kendall, you sit right there. And of course, Ryan will sit next to Kendall.
Mother.
It's okay. Gives me a chance to canoodle with the other woman in my life. Myrtle, can I sit with you?
It's all my pleasure.
Nice. Give me some loving.
You promised we would not have a repeat of last year's disaster. You didn't bribe me enough for a party this large.
I told you I'd take care of you, all right?
So you're the one responsible for this beatnik gathering.
No, I tried to talk Kendall out of it. All I wanted was a nice day with my wife, my son, and the second most beautiful woman in Pine Valley.
Flatterer.
You good?
Yeah, well, don't stop.
I won't. I'll race you to the bar.
And miss the show? Have the drinks delivered right here.
No more fighting tonight, please. Let's just get through this meal. If you won't do it for yourself, do it for me. And Kendall and Miranda and Josh and Lily. Let's just eat our pumpkin pie, say our goodnights. And I guarantee that Brooke will be going home tonight. Tomorrow you can iron out everything with Uncle Jack in private. I said I'd stay for dinner. Okay, what did I miss? Don't want to know.
Not now.
Mom, let's just sit down. Let's just finish dinner. Yeah, Mom, she's right. You can do this later.
Too many gate crashers here?
Oh, you want to talk about gate crashers?
Jeff is the father of my son. Therefore, Jeff is family. You know, I might have expected this kind of behavior from Zach, but he's been on surprisingly good behavior today. Yes, you could actually learn something from him.
Zach Slater's all of a sudden a role model?
It's possible.
Talk to me, Mona. Tell me she's not headed for divorce number 10.
What kind of son you looking for? Thunderbolt, lightning, something?
Mr. Slater, you can offer to grease my palm with all the tea in China. But this was the last Thanksgiving this circus of a family will ever spend at the Valley Inn.
All right.
Well,
Cheers.
cheers.
Hey,
Hey,
what do you say we get out of here?
yeah, I would really love to, but I think my mom needs me, so I'm gonna stay. You wait up for me?
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Myrtle?
Yeah.
Looks like it's you and me, kid. So that was it. Thanksgiving come and gone. Christmas is next. And the best thing about Christmas, it's gonna be just you and me, your mom and Ryan for most of the day. And presents. Uh-huh. I don't know if you saw that big fat guy in the red suit running around the department stores, but what happens is, when the story goes, he's gonna come right down this chimney and leave presents for you. Boxes of presents. Candy and toys. Maybe a signed jersey. Occasional live animal. It's great. love you, little man.